This is how I made this adorable Easter chick decor. This little wood piece was from Dollar Tree. You could really use anything. You could even use the thick poster board from Dollar Tree to make the top of this. I had started out with I was going to make it just on this little wood piece, but then I decided to turn this into kind of a cake, which I'll show you later. But I'm going to go ahead and glue my chick down. The chick is from Hobby Lobby. This is just some lightweight spackle with some green paint mixed in, and I wanted that so that I could glue the chick down, and also because I'm going to be adding some fake grass to the top, so it needs something to stick to. So I'm using a grass tip here, but unfortunately it's too small for this. I could not find my bigger grass tip. I ended up having to order one. That's why this project took me so much longer than I anticipated to get it out and upload it and everything. But you just use pulling up motions when you're doing a grass tip, just as you see I'm doing here. It turned out okay. It was fine. I end up kind of touching it up later, which I'll show you. So I'm just giving you a close-up here. It is much easier than maybe it looks here, and it looks much more like grass if you can get a bigger tip that doesn't clog every 2 seconds, which was happening to me. So this is a little parasol I got at Michael's, and I do switch the color later so your eyes are not playing tricks on you. But I just needed it to stand up while that spackle was drying, so I just grabbed whatever was near. So these are my bunny bait sprinkles from my shop. It has cute little jimmies and ball sprinkles and little bunnies. It's so cute. And I just wanted to scatter that into the fake grass. And then I'm using neon green glitter from Michael's. It's a nice fine glitter. I actually use this for any kind of Grinch projects. So originally I was going to include this little basket on the scene, but I decided not to. But it's just a little basket from Hobby Lobby and some cabochons from my shop, but I don't end up using it. So I just added some little daisy cabochons that I also carry in my shop and some little bees. And yes, I am a very messy crafter. I always have paint and spackle on my hands. It's just one of those things. If I have to go wash my hands every 5 minutes to do a tutorial, then I just won't make them. So I'm just going to have spackle-filled hands, so hope you don't mind. So I'm just giving her a little bit of fake lashes here. They're just Dollar Tree eyelashes, and that's just tacky glue. And I'm just using real makeup here. I just keep a little palette in my craft room of cheap makeup and just adding a little blush. And she needs a bow. So I decided the base needed to be more substantial. So I just traced it onto the styrofoam. As you can see here, I wanted to kind of make almost like a cake. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut around that with my hot knife. So I'm just gluing the base with a little tacky glue, and then I'm going to cover the base with this green clay that matches my paint. You could also cover the base with spackle and do it that way. It would just be more steps. This is air dry foam clay. It's very easy to work with. You just warm it up by rolling it in your hands a little bit, and then it just smooths right on. You're just trying to get the sides of this fake cake. It does not have to be perfect. You just want to kind of smooth the sides down as much as you can. So now I've glued the top piece down to the fake cake. And I'm just patting the sides down and smoothing them. They don't have to be perfect because I am going to cover this with fake frosting in a basket weave pattern. So I just wanted to give you a view of what it looks like. And now I'm going to fix the beak because you can see it's kind of rough. This is the way it came. It's just the way that they're made. And I just didn't like it. So I'm just adding a little air dry foam clay. And then I'm going to sculpt out some little lines on the sides of the beak just to give it some dimension. And now I'm just adding a ribbon to her neck. I pulled off the original yellow ribbon and I just wanted this decorative one. I'm just kind of trying to pull purple all over the project. So you can see I changed the umbrella to purple, the bow is purple, there's little purple flowers, and now this purple ribbon. I made a little bow out of the same ribbon. I'm just gluing that on, and then I'm going to add on a little flower accent to match. Instead of that Easter basket that I had earlier, I just wanted to do this little pile of eggs. I thought it would be so cute. And then add a little rose by them. And now I'm going to do the basket weave pattern. So if you've ever wanted to learn how to do this. So first I'm going to add on some spackle because this clay on the side is dry. And so it needs something to grip onto. So I'm just doing this just in case, just to make it a little easier. So this is the tip that you're going to need if you want a basket weave. I will link it for you, of course. And then you do your vertical lines first. So I'm just spacing them about the same width as the tip. So I let those dry overnight, and there is a reason for that, because if you mess up any of these horizontal lines, you won't be able to fix them. You have to do the whole thing over again. You do want to make sure that it's dry. So what you do is you start on one side, see how I do that, and you go to the next. So you skip over one, leave about the same width as your tip. So you go from left to right, and you just connect the two. So then on the next one, you start one row down. And on the next one, you go back up and you fill in that gap. So to go around the corner, you just do the same thing. It's just a little trickier. It's a little bit longer line. So it's the same pattern. You go every other. So I could not find my grass tip anywhere, so I finally had to order a new one, and I just wanted to go over a little bit of the grass, not too much, but you can see this one's much bigger, and so it's going to be a lot easier. So you just use little pull-up motions, and the longer you let it out of the tip, the better it works. This looks more like spaghetti than grass, but you know what? That's okay. It works for me. So then I'm just going to add my decor back on since I took it off to redo the grass. And I just wanted to decorate the parasol a little bit. So I'm adding some sparkly butterflies to that. And I'm going to add some of these little rhinestones. They look like little raindrops. But before I do that, I'd forgotten my bunny bait sprinkles. So before the spackle dries, I'm going to go ahead and add those. And I added some more fine glitter. And now we're going to add the little raindrops. I started with just adding a few, and then I ended up adding them on every little corner of the parasol. This is the finished piece. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're going to try either a grass tip or the basket weave tip. I love answering your questions and seeing your comments, so let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.